Hey everyone, Nicole here from the Hyperactive Bookworm, here to do the May reading wrap up. Yay! So in May I read 12 books, 10 sapphic, 2 not sapphic, and it's freezing here. It is the first day of winter here, so it's the 1st of June, and it's actually cold, which is crazy in Australia, like winter actually being cold. So I'm going to get through this as quick as I can, even though I did love these books, but I'll try to give them as much justice. All right, so the first book I read was Entangled by Melissa Braden. So this was the first book of Melissa Braden's that I've read. I really like her writing style. I loved just the way she has these beautiful movie and popcorn references in this book. I thought it was this really sweet and sad and spicy, all mixed up and rolled up together. I love the side characters. Apparently, this is the first of a series, the Tangled Valley series, and so I'm hoping in the later seasons we get some of the side characters being main characters. Fingers crossed. But I can't wait to read more of them. All right, now the second book I read was The Impossible Girl by Lydia Kang. Now, this was recommended to me by one of my readers on my newsletter. It's not sapphic, but it is really good. So I really enjoyed this. It was just brilliant. There was it was interesting and it was fun, and there was these beautiful poetic writing throughout it, and it felt like it's that type of writing that seems uniquely allowed in historical fiction. The next book I read was Let Love Be Enough. So Let Love Be Enough is actually out today, worldwide release. I was so lucky to get an ARC copy of this. It was so good. It was crazy and wild, and the point of view of 3 characters, all third person, but their point of views, and twisted and a bit intense at times, but really fun. The romance side of it was second, really, to this whole kind of crime and mystery, and like, oh, it was great. I highly recommend it. Absolutely go get it. That is by Robin Nix. The next book I read was Breathe by Kari Hunter, because yay, I needed more Kari Hunter. I think I've only got one more Kari Hunter left, and that is just breaking my heart a little bit. Breathe was fantastic, and of course the narration again was beautiful. I I just I love Nicola Victoria Vincent. Her narration of Kari Hunter's books are just divine. The build up of the relationship between the 2 main characters in Breathe was I don't know, kind of cool. Like, there was danger and the adventure that, like, I seem to associate with Kari Hunter's books, because they always have this, but it felt a little more focused in this book on the relationship more than some of the other books that I've read of hers, which is not a bad thing. It's here or there, but it is cool to see a different thing as well. But I did love the slow build up between them. But the story itself, fun adventure, Kari's absolutely awesome writing, and Nicola Victoria Vincent's narration. Another brilliant read by Kari. Next book I read is taken me ages to read it, and I did do a review of it, but I had actually been sick, and I feel like that review didn't really reflect how much I love this book. So this is Without a Front, the Warriors Challenge, and this is by Fletcher Delancey, and this is book 3 in the Chronicles of Alcee series. Now, it is so amazing, this book. I totally get why authors like Jay put it down as their favorite book of hers, and it is absolutely fabulous. And the wrap up of everything, and the dynamics of family and trust, and just building these relationships between the 2 main characters that developed and began in the second book. I also found this book, the first chapter or 2 was really hard, because I felt her pain and this anguish, and this they finally found each other, and it's just so possibly torn apart, and this whole book was, the angst was like, ankle? No, knuckle biting. That's what I meant. But it was such a great book. And yeah, I feel like because I had been sick, the review I did of it didn't quite give it justice just to how much I love this book. Hopefully that helps a little bit. The next book I listened to, was The Delicate Things We Make by Melina Mackay. Oh my God. I did a review of this one as well. I did quite a few reviews this month, actually. And oh my God, I won't go too much into it, but oh my God, this is just delicious. This book is just everything. Go see the previous review. I'll put the link in the comments because I kind of go off a little bit about it. All right, the next book I read was 3 Ways to Ruin a Perfect Wedding by Chris Zett. It's just a short story and it's absolutely adorable and delicious. And it's, the 3, big issues that happen for this wedding that's set after, oh my gosh, I can't even remember the name of Chris's book, that it's after heart failure. That's it. And it's a gorgeous, short, sweet story. I loved it. The next was Infested by C.M. Forrest. This book, I enjoyed elements of it, but I did struggle a bit with it. I struggled with the representation of transgender. I don't think the author meant it, but it did come across with a few issues, especially in today's climate, especially with what's happened over in Texas. So I wouldn't want anyone going into this book and being blindsided by this issue. I had major nostalgia fun while reading this, in relation to, there's a few little things that go, oh yeah, okay, that's a bit aliens. And then lots that reminded me of the Resident Evil computer games that I used to play. So there was heaps of nostalgia fun within it. It was sort of this gothic horror feel, had a lot of gothic horror elements, which were really great. Sorry, Infested was the second non-sapphic book I had read. All right, the next one was another book in a series. I've read a few in the series this month. Fireworm, which is by Eric Schubach, and it is book 2 of the World Ship Files. Gosh, it's so fun. Like, I absolutely love listening to these books. They are fun. They are sort of, for me, and I don't mean any negativity to either of these authors, but they're sort of like that funner, lighter version of the LC series for me. Like this space, sci-fi, new world sort of thing, the sapphics, but it's this lighter, light-hearted version of it. And yeah, they're really fun. I did find like the things that I was learning more about that world ship itself a little more intriguing than the actual story of the fireworms, but it's just because I love the history that is slowly unraveling in relation to it. The next, oh my God, the next book, oh my God, Claire Ashton, The Telltale. I also did a review of this one, so I'll try not to go too much into it, but I absolutely love this book. This historical fiction, which is absolutely amazing, and just the small town kind of angsty 70s misogyny, but there's just such beauty, absolutely beauty in it. I'll put the link down. I won't go any more into it now, but go get it. It's beautiful. Okay, Casey McQuiston's One Last Stop. Again, I did a review for this one, but it was fantastic. I listened to this, and the narrator, oh my God, it's the first time I listened to Natalie Nordis. Oh my God, I can't wait to listen to more of her narrations. I also did a little rant about her narrations about this book, as well as a review for the book. It is so good. So I'll try not to go again into too much detail into that, but it was so great. There's time travel, there's found family, there's so much beautiful representation. Oh, I I love it so, so much. All right, now the last book I read in May was Something in the Wine by Jay. This is series number 1 and 2, apparently, or one of two. I don't know, of the Moonstone series. I enjoyed it not as much as I have enjoyed some other Jay books, which I don't know, could have been my mood, maybe just not the tropes I like as much. It was still a really good book and I still really enjoyed it, just not one of my top ones. I listened to that one as well, and it was by Laura Bannister. She's the narrator of it. I struggle a little with her narrations, just personal preference. I have found that if I speed her up to like 1.2 or 1.3, perfectly fine. Really enjoy it still. It's a sweet slow burn, which of course is Jay's absolute go-to. The slow burns, which I love. It is a coming out later in life story, and perhaps maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it as much. It's not one of my favorite tropes, but the characters were so wonderfully flawed, and I did enjoy that part of it. Annie with her family issues, like, it just made sense how much it affected her confidence as a human being. And yeah, so yeah, I really still enjoyed it, just not one of my favorites. So they're the 12 books I read for this month. I am really amazed that I actually got through that many, and I did so many reviews this month as well. But let me know, did you have a good May? Are you freezing, or are you in the northern hemisphere where the sun is out and shining and beautiful? Take it easy, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.